Hey man, welcome back to the Super Divorce YouTube channel and or the Super Divorce Twitch channel for another edition of Sega Mania. This is a program on the internet where we go ahead and discuss a great late Sega magazine called Sega Mania. Sega Mania magazine unfortunately came to an early demise at just 7 issues, but it made quite an impact on me. I became a huge fan of Sega Mania magazine very quickly, and it seemed like just when I was really getting into it, one day, out of nowhere, they pulled the plug and said, "No more Sega Mania for anyone. All done." Still don't know why. But that's not the important thing. The important thing is, first of all, that the magazine lives on in internet form. If you check the description of this video, there's a link where you can go and you can read all 7 issues for free on the internet at your leisure. Now, what we're doing here on Sega Mania is we are going through the entire catalog of game reviews that they did in Sega Mania magazine, starting with the first review in issue number 1. We're working our way all the way through all 7 issues. We're going to play and review the reviews that were done in Sega Mania. One ba damn one. And so, tonight, this is Sega Mania number 3, taking a look at the third game to be reviewed in Sega Mania magazine, Columns, or Shapes and Columns, depending on where you happen to hail from. And before we get into our gameplay, before we check it out for ourselves and see what we think of Columns, I'm going to go ahead and read you the review of Columns that was featured in Sega Mania magazine number 1. So here's what the fellas in Sega Mania had to say about Columns. If you'd like to follow along, please open up that link and check out issue number 1, or just look at your monitor or your phone right now. It might be kind of small if you're on your phone. I don't know if you'll be able to read it, but you can imagine what it'd be like. Columns. At long last, you two can take part in the ancient Greek tradition of throwing gems down a hole. Columns is Sega's dryly named answer to a certain Russian falling block puzzle game, but lacks some particular touches and intricacies that make that other game such an addictive classic. The gems drop onto the screen in vertical stacks of 3. You can move the stack from side to side as it falls, and use the controller buttons to shuffle the order of the gems. As your score goes up, the gems fall faster, steadily increasing the difficulty and the tension. You can make gems disappear by connecting specific colors in vertical, horizontal, or diagonal lines of 3 or more. This scores you points. If the screen fills up with unconnected gems, you lose. That's the game, more or less. You'll find it is at its best when played with a friend. Unfortunately, we won't be playing with a friend tonight. We'll just be playing alone. I'll be playing with myself on this stream. Back to the review here. They said the tension can ramp up to feverish peaks as you glance across to see your opponent's screen filling up slower than yours, and you realize that you're going to have to set off some of those nifty chains you've been trying to set up before the situation gets too hot to handle. Chains are the key to surviving and racking up a big score. If you're quick and are capable of a bit of foresight, you can set up situations where matching a row of gems results in other stacked gems falling down into further matching rows. Pull this off, and you'll be rewarded with a generous helping of points, some happy little sound effects, and the satisfaction of seeing all of your gems fall down to the bottom of the screen, giving you precious room to breathe. This respite is temporary. You will lose eventually. Those gem stacks will fall so fast you won't be able to keep up with them. And once you get to that point, it's really just a matter of time. Does that sound fun and challenging? Or does it sound like a stressful nightmare of sweat-inducing inevitability? Your answer will go a long way towards telling you whether you should buy this game. There is definitely fun to be had with columns, especially if you have another player to go head-to-head with. But unless you're a score-chasing addict or a glutton for punishment, it's going to be fairly short-lived. There's just not much game to be found here. There's no way these gem-matching games are ever going to catch on, they say in Sega Mania number 1, writes Simon Pike. That's who wrote that review. Simon Pike from Sega Mania magazine. Now, that little ending flourish where he said, he's kind of questioning whether or not these sorts of gem matching games are ever going to catch on. He actually said there's no way they're going to catch on. That's because this magazine was written, much of the time, from the point of view of people back in the year the game came out. That was kind of the gimmick of this magazine and something that made it really cool. Roy the Dragon is here over on Twitch. Hey, we got ourselves a Twitcher here. Hello, Roy. Mr. Dragon, thanks for dropping by and breathing some flames our way, is Roy the Dragon. Thanks for being here. Usually don't get many people stopping by on Twitch, but thank you. I appreciate you. Oh, you're a speedrunner of this game, huh? Oh. Also, Roy the Dragon is a water derg. I'm not familiar with that. What is a water derg? Please tell me what a water derg is. Yeah, so we got a speedrunner here. I'm not a speedrunner of columns. I have a history with columns that goes back to when I received my Sega CD. Or in the UK, it would have been called the Mega CD. Carrot's here. No notification again. That sucks. Sorry to hear that, Carrot. I don't know if you saw my comment. I wrote back to you last night on your YouTube comment, Carrot, to let you know that I contacted YouTube's tech support, if we can call it that, and I was like, all of my subscribers are complaining that they're not receiving notifications for live streams. What's up with that? Why? And they gave me the same line. They're like, I can imagine how you feel. This must be awful for you. I can only imagine how this feels right now. And I was kind of like, I was feeling a little pissy about it, And I was like, I wrote back and I said, you need to tell YouTube to stop making you guys say that. Because every single tech support person that I talk to at YouTube, they always use that line. I can only imagine how this feels. I can only imagine how upsetting this must be for you right now. It's like the most bullshit, just pandering, condescending response that any tech support person has ever given me. And I hear it every time, or rather I read it. Anyway, I tried. And they're like, well, there's nothing we can do. We'll email you about it at some point. Okay, so I don't expect to hear anything. They don't have to answer for their sins. Roy points out that we're playing Revision 01. And by the way, Roy, we are certainly talking about subs who have, as we call it here, bonged the gong, hit the bell for notifications. We're talking about people who have definitely done that. Loyal subscribers here to the channel who are just not getting alerted when live streams happen. But Jess is here. My wife has just joined, and she says the YouTube gods have sent her a notification. Praise be for once. So yeah. Anyway, let's see here. Let's actually check out this game now. The way we do it here on Sega Mania is that before I comment too much and give my final analysis, I'm going to play this game for at least 1 hour. So at 10:40 p.m., that's when I will likely wrap this up. What? Did I make an imaginary friend? What are you talking about? Are you talking about Roy? No, we've got a Twitcher joining in here. We've got Roy the Dragon over on Twitch. So we're going to start with the arcade version. And, you know, I'm not an expert at this by any means. But, as I said briefly, this is a game that I go way back with. When I received my Sega CD, I was, I think, like the only person in my school who had a Sega CD when it came out. But when I got the Sega CD, this was one of the games that came bundled with it. I got Columns and what else? There was like a Sherlock Holmes game. And I don't remember. I feel like there was something else. Maybe Soul Feast was the other one. But it's not like a game that I loved. I didn't go crazy with it, but I definitely played it some as a child. I think that I always preferred Tetris, because I had a Game Boy as well. We've talked about the console wars and picking a side. Earlier on, I always liked Nintendo a little better, even though I had both the NES and the Genesis and let's see, there, and had my Super Nintendo. Earlier on, I was kind of partial to the Nintendo systems, and then I went for the Sega stuff, and then eventually kind of came back around to Nintendo when the 64 came out. But following that, ended up getting really into the Dreamcast. I was a big Dreamcast guy. Still tragic. Anytime I think about the Dreamcast, you think about what might have been had things been handled just a bit differently, you know? Roy says Nintendo nowadays has gone so stagnant. I think people are waiting for a new system, you know, or at least like the Switch Pro. That's been the rumor for quite a while, that they would do a Switch Pro, though it's going so long now into this next generation of consoles that people wonder if that's even a good idea. Maybe they should just go all in on a brand new system. A sequel to the Switch. Though I saw Pat the NES punk had said, you know, what if... oh, I shouldn't have done that. He said, what if Nintendo put out like a new NES? Like a brand new Nintendo Entertainment System. That'd generate some buzz, I think. Well, you know, as far as like the IPs that Nintendo milks, that's I think to be expected, because they always sell. Those first-party Nintendo titles will never not do good numbers. So, I mean, I understand why they always go back to them. I think that sometimes they wait too long in between releases. I think they should be a little more active with some of those big titles they have, because it seems like a waste. They just leave these things on the shelf. They announce games, and then it seems like you go years without hearing about them again. trying to do my best to pay attention. Oh no. No, that was a bad move. What do we got coming up here? And I'll get back to the chat here just shortly. But I'm going to do my best to not... No. That was okay. Knocking him down just a little bit here. This is a little... I think this game is actually a bit tougher than Tetris, in my humble opinion. I don't feel like there's as much maneuvering, you know? And, I don't know. Yep, that was poopy. Nope, that's gonna do it for this one. So what was my score? 3,086. Let's see if I can beat that next time. That's going to be the name of the game here for this hour that I play. To see if I can best my high score. Asked. All right, let me take a look at our chat windows here. See what's going on. Yeah, I did play this on the Sega Collection. Just so happens that they also reviewed it in Sega Mania. So, and I've got my tea here. Again, because Sega Mania magazine is a British publication, or was a British publication. But, you know, am I doing a Thanksgiving Day stream? Perhaps at night. I guess I'll have to see what time I get home. And maybe how much I've had to drink. That'll probably factor in too. I guess we'll see. Let's see. Roy was saying about this game. Wait, about the Nintendo shit. Says they do peer-to-peer network, which is really bad for online play. Well, I don't think Nintendo has ever been known for their strong online community as far as like online gaming goes. I don't know if they'll ever be. It's always seemed like they've lagged behind in that arena for whatever reason. Oh yeah, Roy. Let's hear your high scores. Carrot says Drunken Stream Part 2 because Part 1 went so well. It did go pretty well, didn't it? I don't remember. I didn't watch it. I don't remember anything that I talked about on that stream. And maybe it's best that it stays that way. Hints will be given until level 3. Alright. I gotta zone it up. I'll check back in just shortly here. I'm gonna try and stay in the zone here. In the danger zone. Soundtrack. Not as memorable. Not as instantly memorable as Tetris. It's passable. It's not bad. It's not a bad soundtrack. But, you know, going against Tetris, that's like... That's shit that everyone knows, you know. I don't feel like many people probably know the Columns soundtrack by heart. But Any old Joe Schmo you talk to, you pass anyone on the street, you're like, hey, can you, why don't you hum one of the Tetris songs? Anyone you pass is going to be like, oh yeah, da, 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 da. No problem. I would say, I don't know, just random people you're passing by. Probably, I'm going to say a good 50% of people that you pass by on the street will be able to hum a Tetris tune for you. I would say that maybe 1 out of 1,000 will be able to hum for you a Columns tune. That might even be generous. That might be very generous. No, you know what? That was a mistake. I should have put that elsewhere, is what I should have done. We'll stick that right there. And then maybe go ahead and place maybe this right here. That looks pretty good to me. And then I think, how about that guy right there? How about that? That's a good enough spot. And then, nope. Oh, we can put that there, and here's a good spot for our yellow. Get that all lined up. I don't see many good options for that one. Yeah. Okay, we can do a purpley right here. Yeah, that's good. And a red. Another red right here, yes. These kind of look like hard candies. They give me the impression of hard candies falling. But probably not very good hard candies, you know, like old lady hard candies. There's a very particular type of hard candy. Oh, shit. There's a particular type of hard candy that that these gems, jewels, whatever you want to call them. No, shit. Maybe you know what I'm talking about. If you've had this type of hard candy before, you know exactly the type of hard candy that I'm referencing. Official hard candy of old ladies everywhere. And that's good. Okay. I don't know exactly how those sparkly guys work. I'm a little foggy on that. Okay, that was Deece. That's going to be a doubler right there. That's good. Kind of worked myself out of a little jam. I thought that I was on my way to the deathbed. But that's pretty good. Okay. And okay. Yep. No, shit. No, that's not. That wasn't kosher, guys. Not what I was trying to do. Not what I was trying to do again. Sometimes I get the flutters, you know? It's like you're trying to do something and you overcorrect. Nope. No, I think we're on our way to death now. Only a matter of time. Too bad. Well, I improved upon my my first score, so that's good, right? asked. So I'm 2 of the top 9 scores. Now let me see here. I was talking about the last drunken live stream that I did. What I was just saying that I didn't really remember much about it last time. Jess said it was the worst stream in history out of anyone on YouTube or Twitch. Apparently my drunken live stream was the worst stream that anyone's ever done. And she is surprised that all of my subscribers didn't abandon ship after that live stream. It was 40 minutes of me trying to keep a drunken... it was 40 minutes of Jess, my wife, trying to keep me from talking too loud because we were over at our friend's house and people were sleeping and I was quite drunk and I was whispering, but I was apparently whispering too loud for my wife's comfort, and she was trying to get me to lower my whispering voice, and I was trying my best. I did what I could, but I do remember finding it very, very tough to appease Jess throughout that time, because no matter how softly I spoke, I was still somehow like reverberating through the entire structure of the home, which I don't understand how that works, but that's apparently what was happening. But yeah, the last time Jess got drunk, that was a much harder night for me than it was for her when I was live streaming. Much harder. Much more difficult. Quite a bit more inconvenient. Carrot says, hey, you aren't going to see PewDiePie or Markiplier get hammered on stream and eat cookies. No, you're not. You're not going to see that. But you might see it here. So, I mean, that's a great reason to stick around, as far as I'm concerned. Now, Roy, over on Twitch, he was saying that he's got some decent high scores here to let everyone know about, to let me know. Something to shoot for, I suppose. Got a high score of 12 million on easy, 24 million on medium, and 59 million on hard. The level caps at 285. The higher level you start at, just add 285 to the level you start at. So you've gotten a few more points than I have. A few. Roy has bested my high score by just a bit. But I think with enough time and effort, if I stream for long enough, then maybe I'll blow right by him. It's possible. And yeah, the magic jewel. Let's see. About the magic jewel. I was curious about the magic jewel, exactly how it works. You only get one per easy play, but on medium and hard, you get them based on your jewel counter. So, all right. So that's how you. That's sort of like the frequency. What exactly does the jewel do? The magic jewel. I mean, it clears some of the other jewels out, but how does it? Does it just, when it drops down, does it choose a random color, and then it takes out all of those jewels? Is that the way it works? Something like that? It clears one color completely, but you don't know which color it's going to be. It just kind of does it for you. the one below. Oh, so whatever one you drop it on, is that... It'll clear out all the colors of... Yeah, I see how that works now. Alright, I just watched it there on the little demo. Okay. Chain reactions pump up the juice, it says. I gotta try and pump up the juice. Alright. Let me try and pump up the juice a little bit. Here we go. I don't need your hints right now. I just need you to allow me to pump the juice up. What is the trick with the jewel? If you don't mind divulging some of your secrets here, live on the air, for all the world to see and to know. Use these. Put that in the middle. A little something like that. Move these hard candies around just a little bit. Stream stuttering. Is it still stuttering? I just saw that people were saying it was stuttering. Problem's gone. Red on top of purple in column 4. Uh-oh. We're speeding up now. Let's see. Gets tricky when it speeds up. Then you don't have as much time to kind of plan your maneuvers. That's the real bitch of it. As I'm sure Roy is well aware. Okay, it seems the stream is not stuttering for anyone anymore, so that's good news to have. And let's set those right on top there. And then maybe plop that guy down right there. How about, there we go. Some greens, and... Yep, there we go. Almost blew that one. No, man, I see, that was a real shit. Recovered there. No! God. I hate that. I end up screwing myself out of the, these nice setups because I get the jiggly fingers. Which you don't want to do. You don't want to get jiggly fingers when you're playing this game because then you start making stupid mistakes. And it's really tough to recover from stupid mistakes in this game. That is something that I have found in my revisiting of columns. Okay, let's do that, and nope. See, I miscalculated. Like a big stupid dummy. And purples. Let's get the purples out of there. And this is a good opportunity for some blue. I should have put those red over there. That was a silly thing. Oh. Let me see now. Where are we gonna go with this? I think this round's about to wrap up. We're in a real bad way here. Nope, that's it. God bless it. Now, Roy says he plays this on a keyboard. So would that disqualify you from, like, world records? Because I would imagine they would want you to play on, you know, the original hardware to be in the running for world record recognition. Or they would accuse you of tampering or playing with an advantage of some sort. On speedrun, it doesn't matter what you play with. Any peripheral that you enjoy. Okay. Well, I dipped down in score on that attempt. So let me try again here. It'd be nice to get to 10,000. I think that's a healthy goal. Before time's up, to achieve a score of 10K. I'd be happy with that. Yeah, gotta do that right there. Okay, good. That's what I wanted to do. I like when things work out as planned. My plans come to fruition. That's not what I wanted to do. I was mistaken in my approach there. But we can go ahead and do that. And then, let's see. Why not go ahead and take care of those guys? And then, maybe something like that. Maybe that'd be good. And then maybe, oh, I don't know. And then what else? Maybe, how about that right there? That's okay, and then we'll drop some candies down here. It's tough to get a groove going here because, you know, you don't want to miss anything. and all eyes are upon me, and it's tough to know where to go. Unless you're a super pro, then you know where to go if you're a pro. But I feel like any of these specials that I hit, most of them, it just kind of feels like blind luck, which is not how you want to play a game of skill. But again, with time and effort, I too could become a columns master. And maybe I will. Maybe this is just the beginning of my columns journey. That's a double doubler. That's pretty good. I think I made a mistake there. That wasn't favorable, I don't think. Neither was that. That was stupid. It's nice when you make just blatantly stupid moves. It's always fun. You can kind of look at yourself and be like, that was an interesting approach. When you just do something that's outright just idiotic. Just makes no sense at all. But that was okay. That was a decent thing that I just did. I have to do more decent things. Really gotta try to up the decency. Or dece. Some people like to say dece. Yeah, man, that's dece. It's real dece. What do you guys think of dece? You like it when people say dece? Or does that bother you? That wasn't dece. Neither was that. I was trying to... Nope. Didn't do a good job. Guess we're taking out the reds. And that took out some yellows for us, too. So great. And then we can do that. That's going to be good. Okay. I feel like we're entering danger zone area here. I'm starting to feel a little flustered with what's happening. Okay, if they can give me a red, that would be nice. Give me a red here. There we go. And I couldn't get the shit changed in time. I need... give me that. Okay. I would like... Ooh, that was fairly clutch right there. That was an accidental clutch. And that's going to be about it. Oh dear. Oh dear. Nope, that's it. Ooh, look how close I was to 10K. I almost hit my goal, guys. I fought tooth and nail at the end of that one. What is happening? Says Dante Serrano. What's up, Dante? What is happening is that I almost hit my goal there on columns. I said I want to get to 10K. Did they just cut you off if you don't enter your name fast enough? They don't put you on the The scoreboard? Yeah, that would have been me at number 9. Instead of ass, it says, I think, no, that's not me. Yeah, I'm up there at number 2. It's just AS instead of ASS. And I kind of felt bad, with my just inadvertent clutching there, but Roy said he's actually clutched a few personal best with dumb luck. So I suppose it's okay. When even the pros are doing it, when even the speed runners admit to doing some some clutching via luck, I won't feel too bad. All right. Again. All right. 10,000. Gotta go for 10,000. A sip of my British tea. Preparing for my epic 10,000 point run on columns. All right. Here we go. By the way, I wonder, is this columns lore right here? The title screen? Is that the backstory? Is that you've got, well, I guess these guys too. You got these guys who are just, I don't know, maybe they're fighting over the bag of jewels, and they're spilling jewels everywhere. That's how it happens sometimes, and other times your jewels are falling because the angels are just sprinkling jewels down from the heavens. They should make a columns anime that goes into the full backstory and the origins of columns. Maybe a columns movie. Big Hollywood blockbuster starring Brad Pitt. Would you go and watch a columns movie? I'd go to a columns movie. If you were casting a columns movie, who would you cast? Let me know in the comments below. Or if you're in the chat right now, let me know what you think. Who would you cast in the columns film? What would the story be? These are important questions. We'll go for the diagonal. Let's diagonal it up. Yeah. Take a trip on down to Diagon Alley. Right there. There we go. And how about that? That's pretty good. That's a pretty good approach right there. I like that one pretty well. And then what we can actually do is we can put, how are we going to do this? Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah. And then we can go ahead and take care of this. Take out some red candies right there. Maybe that could be the big Shyamalan twist in the columns movie. Is that everyone's fighting over all these jewels, but then you find out at the end of the movie that they were never jewels to begin with. It was hard candy from Grandma's candy dish. That would have moviegoers in an uproar. People wouldn't know what to make of it. Very controversial. And we'll do that. Okay. And drop that down right there. Yes, that looks good. Here's a little something. A little off topic. Doesn't have to do with columns. I was looking at playing a game called Evil West. That looks really cool. I was going to do that for the channel. I scoped it out. I was waiting for it to drop, and then of course I check YouTube, and earlier today, well before it went on sale, it is on sale now. I think they released it just a bit early, but this was before it was available on Steam or PlayStation or anywhere. This was like very early today. There was already a full playthrough posted from a channel not considerably larger than mine, which really made me scratch my head. Because I was like, how the hell did this guy get hold to an early copy of this game? Really don't know how that works. I have had, so far, one person give me a free game, and I'm appreciative of that. It was an indie game that I have not posted yet because he asked me if I could wait until the 24th. That's when it comes out, which I'm going to do. I'm not a dick. So one of the games I post on the 24th will be a playthrough of something that I actually received because a developer got in touch and said, "Hey, I checked out your channel. Would you be interested in playing my game and posting it?" And I said, "Absolutely. I'd love to. I'm honored." So I'll be doing that. But I don't understand how a channel relatively the same size as mine is getting a hold of like a AAA title in advance to play it on their channel and post a playthrough before the game has even gone live on PlayStation Network or Xbox or Steam or anywhere. I mean, it's very, very peculiar. I don't know how that works. But it's one of the reasons why I seem to never be able to get playthroughs of AAA titles on here. Because most of the time, the AAA titles in particular, this doesn't really happen as much with indie games. Oddly enough, maybe... actually, I don't know why that would be. Maybe indie developers aren't giving out as many free copies of their games. Maybe the people they give them to are being asked to hold off on their playthroughs. Maybe more. Why did I do that? Perhaps more so than some of the larger guys. I don't know. In any event, I don't get many AAA titles posted on the channel because by the time I could play them and download them, there are already multiple channels who have uploaded full playthroughs, and then if you're not first to the party and you're running a smaller channel like I am, your shit just gets lost in the algorithm, and then you waste however much money, buying a game that's not going to earn you anything back. Not to say that sometimes the experience isn't worth it on its own. No. Oh. But when you're trying to make money on this platform, you can't just sit around and play games that aren't going to produce for you. You got to kind of prioritize the ones that are going to do well. Carrot says they're not jewels, they're actually, what is it? Did you say they're hernias? Oh no, I'm out of time. Ad. Roy says I might have an idea why. If the page is up on Steam, it could be the curator program. I don't even know what the curator program is. I mean, I use Steam, but I've never looked into that. Maybe I should. Maybe I can get free games ahead of time and piss off other YouTubers who are trying to get uploads up on their channel. The curator program gives people games ahead of time. I'll have to look into that. That just seems like something that maybe, again, it seems like something that you would expect more from indie developers. I wouldn't imagine. I just it seems odd to me that big budget AAA titles would be given away to people before release date through any sort of program on Steam. Will this be the one? Will this be the amazing 10,000 point run? So far, so good. Just have to stay away from those dumb, silly mistakes. I'll put an end to your precious field trip pretty damn quick. It's you versus you in this game. You know what I mean? If you don't have your shit together, you're gonna be in a world of hurt. If you're dealing with distractions, it's no good. Okay, we'll go there. We'll take the surefire thing. Okay. There we go. Gets us a little something. Better than not. You gotta make use of those diagonals when you can, I think. That seems to be maybe something I was overlooking. Don't want to miss out on your diagonals. Take those out. That's good. Okay. That's basically a freebie when you get the triple stack coming down by its lonesome. Don't really have to do much with those. That's good. So close. So close to something good there. No. That was not kosher. Oh, why? Okay, well that worked out pretty well anyway. Those. Yep. Another yellow right there. Drop that on down. Good enough for a poke. Slam that guy right there. And, nope. Nope. I don't like that. I don't like the way things are heading here. Nope. No good. No good. Okay, let's, there we go. Okay. Alright. Nope. I should like another orange, please. Someone give me an orange to do something with. Yes, that's better than nothing. Okay, yeah. Pretty good. And oh boy, they're really speeding it up on us now. I feel like this is a speed that I've not sped yet. And I'm not even at my highest score. What's up with that? Oh boy. Damn. Carrot wants to know if we get a lot of snow in Ohio. Sometimes. It just totally depends on the year. Some years in winter we just get our asses blasted with snow, and then other times it seems like you go the entire season with like a light dusting. So it's like a complete toss-up. There's no consistency to it. And I like the snow through the holidays. Once we hit January, I'm just done with cold weather in general. I don't mind the cold, you know, from November through the end of December. That's fine with me. After New Year's Day, I'm like, okay, I'm good. It can be spring now. Because it's always nice when it's cold and frosty, and you got the possibility of snow, and there's Christmas lights everywhere, and it's very festive. But you know, once you hit January, it's like the jig's up. Everyone's good now. We've had our fill. We can go ahead and get back to the warm weather. Roy had some comments about the curator program. It says Brock the Investigator was one of the games that exposed scammers that were abusing the program from putting it up on sale on a site to giveaways. Oh. I remember when that game was being hyped. I think I was considering playing that for a while. Don't know what happened. I didn't really hear much about it after it got released, but for a while the build up to it was kind of all the rage. I haven't checked in on it. I don't know how it did post-release. Roy says Brock is really good. I'll have to check it out. I'll go back to it. Okay. So we've got maybe we've got maybe 2 runs left here, I think. 2 runs to get to 10K. We're almost at our hour mark. The games, you know, seem like they last a little while. They don't go by super fast. I don't know exactly how the system works as far as like ramping up the speed. Because in that last attempt, near the end, when I had around 7,000 points, it seemed like it really kicked into high gear. And unless I'm mistaken, I don't think that it was going that fast when I had like over 9,000 points. So how does that work? Is the speed not attached to a certain score? Is it just, is there some other determining factor? Maybe like once you've cleared a certain number of columns, is that how it works? I don't know. Roy says I scored more because I chained higher. So chaining higher in that other attempt where I neared 10,000, I was able to get there without the speed ramping up like it did last time because I had more chains apparently. So I need to go for those chains. Like that. Gotta get my chains going. I think I like taking out these diagonal purples right there. That seems like a good idea. I'll go ahead and take those guys out. And now we have achieved our first speed increase of the game so far in this round. No. Not a good look. Bruh. Yeah. Let's do that. Yeah. Good enough. Set ourselves something up there for a little bit later. And, yeah, let's go with that. Getting another little setup there. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Damn it. Kind of worked out. Yep. Good. This is good right there. That's a good combination. And no, there we go. Okay. Last minute switcheroo. And yeah, okay, that'll work. I don't feel... I'm not getting many combos here. Or chains, as they're lovingly referred to in the world of columns. Nope. Bad news, bad. Not so good. Not so good. Let's get rid of the blues. See if that does anything for us. A little bit of help. A little bit more. Okay, if we can get a green. The oranges kind of look like, they remind me of the crackers from Skyline Chili. Which would be weird to... No. Nope, no good. Don't know what I'm... Oh, I'm losing my cool here. Damn it. Well, we might go ahead and put a fork in me on this one. That's, yeah. Lots of costly errors happened very quickly. Yeah, that's it. Okay, one more. This is going to be it. This is the last one. Roy said, see that 4 chain you did is a complete fluke? How it works is 30 with the sum of the level, the sum of the chain. So he's explaining the, I'll have to look at that in a second. Roy has provided some good information on how the scoring works here in columns. But I'm just going to have to try to do my best to make something happen here. To do a better job this time. Here's a question. Is there a special score for an X? If you can get an X shape? Because I could set up an X right there with an orange on top and bottom. If I can finagle that. That'd be kind of cool. I doubt that'll happen, but maybe it'd be worth trying. They don't seem to like to give me the oranges very much, but yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen. I shouldn't screw around with it. Slam that on down right there. There's an orange. The X is worth 60 on level Q. Level 0, I mean. Sorry. That doesn't make any sense. Level Q. And no, I'm gonna do a blue right there, actually. There we go. And that sets us up for a nice yellow right here. A double doubler. Sets up a red. And then possibly a yellow soon in the works. Take that, and I'll take that red, if you don't mind. And I'm gonna go ahead and take myself another purple here, while we're at it. Does the body good. A nice purpley purple. And, some nice, red there. Score going up just splendidly so far. Keeping it on the DL. Hughley. Don't hear about DL Hughley very much anymore. Nope. I should have taken a look at what was next there because I could have made good use of that. Oh well. Gotta live with it now. But, there we go. Some reds. And how about those greens? How about those purples right there? Get ourselves a yellow diagonal and a blue diagonal. Set up that little red gimmick right there. That going, okay. There we are, okay. I'm kind of missing the magic guy. I don't feel like I've seen him very much today. Need that magic guy to come in here and help me out a little bit. Ah, there we go. Let's do some greens. Ooh, that was a good one. Yeah, now that's what I was looking for. That's the kind of thing I was trying to find. Okay. Now we are in business. Moving some things here. Right there. Okay, we got another red opportunity right there. We can get some blues. Some more blues there. Yes. Yes. No! No! Ah. No good. Okay, let's take that. Let's do something with that. Yeah. Okay. Green right down here. How about another magic boy for me? No. Where's my magic boys? No! Oh my gosh, why did I do that? Awful. Just piss poor. Damn it. No. Oh man. Oh, there we did it. Ha ha ha. Woo! Did you see that? Literally. The last one. All right. We assed it up. Achieving a score of 10,000 on the very last move of my very last game of the night. That's about the best way that I think I could possibly end this stream. All right, I'll take that. I'll take that W. Oh, I only get one magic per easy game. Okay. Well, I'll have to keep that in mind. So, yeah. That's columns. Now, my thoughts versus the thoughts of Sega Mania magazine. My thoughts versus the thoughts of Simon Pike from Sega Mania. What do I think? Well, Simon said that Simon said that this game is more fun when you're playing against someone else, and I can see how that would probably be true. Games like this, you know, if you're chasing your own high score, you can have a good time, as you saw just here tonight. You got to set yourself a little goal, something to shoot for. If you're not shooting for anything, like, you know, if I wouldn't have put the 10,000 number up there, that last game wouldn't have been shit. Wouldn't have been anything special. I would have just gotten that score and that would have been it. And I'm like, okay, well, it's kind of, you know, whatever. It's all right. But if you can set yourself a goal to shoot for, it can be kind of thrilling as you inch closer to it, as the intensity ramps up, as the game is presenting you with the jewels. The columns are coming down in faster and faster succession, and you're trying to achieve that mark that you've set for yourself. It's fun. It's a fun game. So, is it more fun with friends? Is playing against an opponent, another human person, more fun than what I just did right here? I don't know. I guess it depends on your level of friendship. If you're playing with kind of an acquaintance, it actually might not be as fun. If you're just playing with someone you kind of know, who you don't feel comfortable, like, ribbing, someone who's just kind of, I don't know, maybe your wife's friend's husband, who you only talk to twice a year, happens to be over, and he sees you playing columns, and you're like, hey, you want to play columns? And he sits down, you hand him a controller, and you're battling it out, but you don't know each other very well, so you're not talking shit. It's just one guy wins, the other guy loses, and you're kind of, okay, well, yeah, play a few rounds and put it down and go and do whatever you're going to do. I don't think that playing against someone is necessarily going to make it a better time. It's going to be context dependent. Who are you playing against? If I was playing against Jess, it might not be as fun because she really just stomps me in Dr. Mario and games of that nature, games of that ilk. And then I just end up getting butthurt, and it's not as fun because there's no situation where I'm going to beat her in Dr. Mario. It just doesn't happen. So it might end up being the same case for me playing against her in columns. If you're playing against someone who stomps you mercilessly every single time because their brain just makes the connections much better than yours, not saying I couldn't get there. If I devoted my entire life to restructuring my brain to process a game like Dr. Mario as quickly as my wife's brain processes it, I believe in the power of the human mind, and I believe that I might be able to achieve that. But it would take me a lot of work. I would have to really, really devote myself to it, which I'm just not going to do because I don't care that much to beat her in Dr. Mario. I'll let her have that one. Even though I still, from time to time, will play the game against her on the off chance that maybe she's having a day of brain fog and I can take advantage of it. Maybe I'll win a round here or there. But most of the time, it's going to be an embarrassing outing for me. So, coming back to columns, if you're playing against someone who is just leaps and bounds better than you, if I were playing against Roy, our dragon friend from Twitch, then I don't think it would be very much fun for me. I think that I would be having a very bad time. So I'm going to take issue with that. I'm going to say context dependent, Simon Pike. I'm going to disagree with you there. Maybe it's not more fun with friends. Could be, but maybe not. I don't know. Unless you're a score-chasing addict or a glutton for punishment, it's going to be a fairly short-lived affair, says Simon Pike, concerning columns. And I guess that's fairly accurate. You have to want to chase your high score. You have to be able to set your own, your own aiming point. You got to set your own goal, because the game's not necessarily going to give it to you. If you're not comfortable doing that, then maybe this is not the game for you. But if you like competing against yourself, go ahead. Give it a shot. I think you'll have a good time. Yeah. So, Roy says, if you ever want to go up and play with someone, Fightcade is a great way to do it. Play columns competitively. Yeah. Yeah, I have beaten you a time or two. What does it say about your brain? It says your brain works well under pressure. You're able to process information quickly and efficiently. That's what it says about your brain. Take pride in that. It's a good thing. So, overall, I give it a thumbs up. It's a fun little, what do you call this? Arcade puzzler. It's a fun game. It gets my stamp of approval. If you have yourself a Sega Mega Drive, or if you have yourself an emulator, maybe you have the Genesis Mini. This game comes stock on the Genesis Mini, and it's been released for various consoles over the years and different collections and so on and so forth. But I would say the quickest and easiest way to play it, if you're not wanting to go the ROM route, would be to just pick up a Sega Genesis Mini or Sega Mega Drive Mini, as we try to refer to it as here on Sega Mania, UK-based review show. It's right there. You can plug it in and begin playing columns against yourself or against your friends or your wife's friend's boyfriend. Whatever works. Roy said I'd avoid the classic collection that's on Switch and Steam. You know what? Now that you say that, I think that I might have played this on Steam at one point and had that similar experience where I noticed some input lag. Like it didn't play the way that I remembered it playing. What I've been playing tonight, which is the Genesis or Mega Drive Mini version, feels pretty accurate to what I remember playing, on the Sega CD back in the day. So, seems like a pretty decent way to go about it. Look at that. Topped the high score list right at the very end. Nicely done, myself. And next time, we'll be playing another game that I have previously played briefly when I was going through the Genesis Mini on a live stream some weeks ago. The next game in line is something that I, when I was going through the Genesis Mini, just playing games here and there, is something that I did play for a bit, for a time. Showed off a decent amount of this game, but we're going to do it again because it is the fourth in line, the fourth game to be reviewed in Sega Mania magazine. I'm not going to tell you what it is. If you would like to find out, you can just check the link in the description below. Head on over to the Sega Mania magazine online, flip open issue number 1, and find the fourth game to be reviewed. The game that comes after columns. That's what we'll be doing next time. And if you don't want to find out, then just don't do that. And the next time I stream, you'll see it. And that's that. So, everyone, thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Roy, over on Twitch, thank you for being our only Twitcher here, at least in the chats. We might have had someone else or a couple people watching on Twitch besides you, but thank you for engaging and offering your insights as a columns veteran, and hope to see you again. Oh, Ghoulie is here in the YouTube chat, unfortunately, just as we are wrapping up the stream. So, Ghoulie, good to see you for a second, but I was in the middle of signing off here. That's what's up. I hate to say it, but that's what's up here, is we are wrapping up for the evening. We have just done an hour of playing columns, and next time we'll have a brand new game. Yeah, at least you're able to drop by. Appreciate that much. And okay, Roy, I'll check it out on Discord. But my friends, I hope that you all have a wonderful rest of your evening. If you've not done so, if you're watching and lurking, you weren't involved in the chat tonight, please go ahead and sub to the channel if you haven't done that. Bong the gong for notifications if you're on YouTube, so you know when new videos go live. Maybe they'll let you know. Maybe they'll send you a notification. They do that sometimes. If you would like an opportunity to maybe be notified, then sub and bong the gong. Hit that bell. And see if maybe by chance next time I go live you get an alert. It might happen. It could. Give yourself a fighting chance in that arena. And maybe I'll see you next time. I certainly hope so. If you know anyone who enjoys Sega games, retro gaming, tell them to come on by. Stop by for a chat sometime. Or if you know people who like mostly newer independent horror games, that's what I post almost daily. New no commentary walkthroughs for various independent horror games. We see a lot of those on the channel when I'm not live streaming. So if all that sounds good, sub, comment below if you got anything to say. Tell your friends, your family, or your enemies, whoever you want. Tell people to come on by, talk some shit, have a good time. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, you can do that at SuperDivorce. Other than that, I don't think I have much else to say here this evening. So, everyone, take real good care. Keep kicking ass. Love you lots. Lord willing, I'll be back very soon with another video for you to watch. Bye-bye.